Here's our preview of Phantasy Star Universe.
I promised Mr. Ryan. I promised your dad I'd look after you.
Yes, welcome to Days of Our Robot Lives. If you haven't already guessed from the melodramatic android or the bizarre wardrobe, you've just wandered into Phantasy Star Universe for the Xbox 360. Now, we know the game doesn't look all that different from its Dreamcast predecessor, but under the hood, there's been some major changes. First of all, this sequel features a much larger, more satisfying offline mode. Thanks to higher production values and better writing, playing through the storyline of Phantasy Star Universe feels like more than just an afterthought.
Man, I could get used to this.
The gameplay is still basically the same. You fight your way through monster-infested areas that are chock full of strangely placed gates. Lots and lots of gates. I guess they're nice to have, but honestly, the TSA keeps you safer than these things. During battle, text bubbles appear over your teammates' heads, which provide helpful hints like spread out and attack. Thanks! The character design has gotten a nice boost. Monsters in Phantasy Star Universe are slick-looking and well-animated, even if their names aren't all that creative.
A dragon's nest.
A dragon's nest?
Yes, that's right, a dragon. Not to be confused with, well, a dragon. One quick note for the inhabitants of this universe. When you enter an ancient chamber full of enormous stone statues that look like monsters, please don't act surprised when they come to life.
Oh, I don't believe it. It's moving.
Okay, you clearly have never played a video game before. I pity you. And is it just us, or do these characters, vocalize quite a bit? It sounds like deleted scenes from a Tracy Lords movie. Our favorite part is that every mission ends with a campy soap opera-esque preview for the next level.
Will Ethan and his companions be able to carry out their duty? Next time on Phantasy Star Universe.
All I've learned from watching this game is that in the future, we'll all wear terrible outfits. Almost all the clothes look like they were rejected from a rave circa 1992. And oh my god, is that guy sporting a midriff?
Now hurry up and go get changed. You can't go out dressed like that.
Huh?
Well, that was fun.
Don't make any rash decisions.
Oh, don't worry, we won't. That's what reviews are for. Stay tuned for hours when Phantasy Star Universe collides with your living room this fall. Those people seem surprisingly dry to be living in the future. Now, according to things I've been told by former vice presidents, the future will be defined by cataclysmic humidity and roving bands of flesh-eating monkeys.
Monkeys?
Yes, Walter Mondale had a documentary too. No one's seen it, but it's really good. Drunken fistfights are great, aren't they? Because regardless of what your mom and teachers and parole officers have told you, violence does solve problems. And it teaches us valuable lessons. Experience, if you will. That's what's being modeled in hack and slash RPGs when you get experience points for killing creatures. And that spurious train of logic is what brings us to our review of Phantasy Star Universe for the 360.
All my colleagues say my inventions are off the wall.
If terrible voice acting followed by awkward laughter are the reason you buy video games, then run to the store right now and grab Phantasy Star Universe.
Huh?
The latest installment in Sega's online RPG series has expanded the game's offline single-player mode.
You hold so much promise.
Unfortunately, remedial cutscenes and repetitive gameplay are out to destroy that promise.
I heard rumors that the headmaster suffers from ICS.
What's that?
It's gas.
In the beefed-up solo storyline, you play as idealistic space cadet Ethan Weber.
Ethan Weber of the Guardians, captain of myself.
You're out to save your sister from an evil alien threat called the Seed. Wow, I'm not going to comment on that.
Oh, she's coming too.
I'd like to look at her.
You play through episodic missions that consist mostly of the same gameplay. Run from area to area and kill the bad guys. The weird part is that each mission ends with a bizarre preview of the next chapter that you're about to play.
What perils await Ethan and his companions in the depths of the enemy hideout? Next time on Phantasy Star Universe.
It's like they're begging you to keep playing.
Huh?
Now, let's move on to the good news. The online mode in Phantasy Star Universe is actually pretty fun. You can have up to 6 people in your party, and the action seems to move at a faster clip than the last installment. There's an easier method to determine which team member gets which dropped items, and a new synthesis system lets you create weapons and armor from them.
Good.
You can use the Xbox Live headset to talk with your buddies, or you can be like these people and use a USB keyboard to type out obscenities we can't show you on TV. Hey, look, somebody thinks X-Play rocks. I wish our chat room were this friendly. Unlike in Phantasy Star Online, you can no longer take your single-player character online. Instead, you'll have to create separate characters for both the online and offline modes. Our advice? Just stick with the online. At least that way you can play with your friends and not these people.
Ah!
What's the matter?
Someone just pinched me.
What?
There's a lot of fun to be had with the online portion of this game, but we're surprised at how little the franchise has evolved. Games have changed since Phantasy Star Online came out 5 years ago, and maybe it's time for Sega to shake things up.
You can't win them all, buddy.
No, you can't.
Well, how is it?
Phantasy Star Universe gets a 3
Are you serious?
out of 5.
I'm very disappointed.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I can approve of spelling fantasy with a PH.
It's nice. It makes it feel more Greek, like when Tolkien spells file with a PH.
No, this willy-nilly spelling of words any way that's phonetically correct isn't okay. It's not L-I-T-E, it's not B-I-Z-Y, and it's sure as hell not so.
Gordon feels very strongly about standardized spelling.
It's our only bulwark against cultural chaos.
The only one?
Yes.